Alright, I guess this is a perfect time more than any to talk about this season so far. The Green Bay Packers are right now currently sitting at 3-3 after coming off back-to-back losses to the New York Giants and the New York Jets. Two New York teams, wouldn't you know it? Anyway, we're now sitting at 3-3 after losing arguably the worst game of the season so far. I think it should be a shocker to nobody that our season is going the way it is because we are not a good football team. We're not. We are a badly coached and a badly led by a guy who just gets out coached in almost every single game. I am personally done with the Matt LaFleur experiment. I'm just done. The guy is just an absolute clown. All right, he's a clown. All right, I just don't know how a professional football team can just come out every week just looking like they didn't practice at all, just come out there looking like they had absolutely no game plan. They no film study, no adjustments to be had. Just come out every week looking like absolute complete mediocrity. Well coached football teams do not come out playing like this every week. They certainly don't start the season like that, but for the second season in a row, we come out playing like absolute shit to start the season, giving you pretty much the blueprint of how the rest of the season was going to go. So I'm just completely done with Matt LaFleur. He never has these guys ready to play every week. He just doesn't. He and the rest of this coaching staff, I don't care anymore. I just don't give a crap. Because I'm sick and tired of the Packers coming out every goddamn week looking like they just don't know how to play football. This isn't a playoff team we're watching. This isn't a Super Bowl caliber team we're watching. We are watching just melted cheese on a bun being served up every week and just being ate up every goddamn team. Sure, we're 3-3, but really our record probably should be worse than that. It probably really should be worse than that. But what more can you really expect when we suck at all three phases of the game? At least this latest game proved that. We lost at home to the Jets. The offense struggled the entire game. We only averaged 4 yards per play. The offensive line just sucks. Absolutely sucks. Royce Newman has got to go. Got to go. Aaron Rodgers was under pressure on so many dropbacks. He was hit. He was hit many times. He was sacked 4 times. The defensive line, their defensive linemen were literally getting into the backfield completely unblocked on several plays, keeping us from not only getting any type of rhythm in the passing game, but also keeping us from running the ball. Special teams gave up a blocked field goal and a blocked punt that went for a touchdown. Deja vu, right? Deja vu to that NFC championship, to that NFC division game against the 49ers last season. The defense played well in the first half, but just like last week, they couldn't keep it up in the second half. They still can't stop the fucking run and got bullied all throughout the second half, like I said. And this is pretty much the blueprint on how a football team could come in passing only for 99 yards and still beat you. So yeah, the season is already a disaster. There is no hope for a turnaround. The Packers are showing you exactly who they are, and like I said, they proved that right away the first game of the season. You can take that we have to figure out who we are and all that bullshit all you want. But the bottom line is, the good football teams in this league have already figured it out and are playing good football. We're not. We can't run the ball. We can't stop the run. We can't pass. Our pass defense is too inconsistent. We can't protect Aaron Rodgers. He is not as accurate as he used to be. Okay? You watch Aaron Rodgers. He is not as accurate as he used to be, especially on his deep ball. We are also badly coached. Our game plan sucks, and that's why we are currently sitting at 3-3 and probably should have a worse record than that. But at the end of the day, that's what you get when you continue to draft defensively every first round, every goddamn year, and it doesn't show. You don't scout and draft any offensive talent whatsoever. This organization just all they wants to do is just ride Aaron Rodgers until the wheels fall off. That's all they want to do. They just want to ride Aaron Rodgers until he just cannot do it. He can't do it anymore. And I don't mean as far as him as a starting quarterback. I mean as far as carrying this football team and trying to hide our deficiencies. He can't do it anymore. He is just one guy. As talented as Aaron Rodgers is, it doesn't matter. Football is the ultimate team sport. You have to be playing good at all three phases to win in this league. Not drafting away, and not sitting here going into draft, drafting a wide receiver in the second round with a high drop percentage, drops a deep pass going to him in the first game of the season, on the first play, and he loses all trust of Aaron Rodgers. Notice how he hasn't been targeted or used much ever since then. But that's what you get when you go and try to draft a guy out of the second round, and then you go into the fourth round, draft another guy that has shown promise, has shown flashes here and there, and you put that all together and just hope that it works out. After trading away the best wide receiver in the league, this is what you do to replace him. You bring in an injury-prone Sammy Watkins and grab two wide receivers out of the first round, beyond the first round, and just bring that all together and hope that it's going to work out? With an Allen Lazard who was not a number one wide receiver, an aging Randall Cobb who can't stay healthy either. That was your solution to trading away Davante Adams. It's disgusting, I know. I know it's disgusting. But that at the end of the day, that's just what we're gonna get, man. They don't draft or sign any offensive playmakers, and that's why we come out at home scoring only 10 points. Right? Our offense just sucks. Aaron Jones doesn't get the ball, nor just is used enough in general, because Matt LaFleur is just too busy trying to please Aaron Rodgers by calling all these passing plays. And all Aaron Rodgers is doing is just out there just fishing for big plays that aren't there. And despite all the talent that we do have on defense, they still play too soft and again can't stop the run. And when you lose football games like that in the trenches, when you can't stop the run, when you're on offense and you can't run the ball yourself and you can't even protect your quarterback, then teams are going to physically dominate you. They're going to physically own you all game, period. It all starts up front. When you can't do those things, you're going to get bullied all game. And that's exactly what happened. And it's scary. It's scary when you think about it. This team has absolutely no business anywhere near the playoffs this year. And if you're a Packers fan, all I can say is just continue to expect the worst and have no more expectations out of this football team to win a championship, much less even make the playoffs and compete. Because it won't happen. It won't happen. This season is not going to turn around. This season is going exactly how it was supposed to go. With everything they did off season, how they came out for the second season in a row playing like garbage was complete. It was a complete blueprint to exactly how this season was going to go. So just throw your expectations completely out the window. Throw it out the window. Things are not going to get better. They're only going to just continue getting worse. And I just hope at the end of the season, Matt LaFleur and the rest of this coaching staff are the fuck out of Green Bay. That's all I got to say. I'm out. Peace.